Welcome to knowledge clip number 6, Structure of a Scientific Article. By now, this website might look familiar for you guys. This is PubMed. PubMed is the largest medical database where you can find scientific articles. Maybe you have already tested through keywords the results you will find in PubMed for your own research question. Maybe you already opened a scientific article, and this is what it might look like. This is an example. From the title of the scientific article, a scientific article follows a very logical structure. The beginning from that title is an abstract or summary. From the summary, there's an introduction, a method section, the results, the discussion and conclusion, and the end of a scientific article are the references. In the abstract, you will find a summary of the entire study. So there should be information about the problem definition, about the objective or the aim or research question of that study. You will find the method being used in the method section, the key findings in the results, and there's the discussion and conclusion. Important is that the abstract is a very short amount of text, and it distinguishes the main and minor issues. From that abstract, there's the first chapter, which is the introduction. In the introduction, you will find background information around the topic which was investigated. So the context, so what information do you know from that topic? What's already been known from other research? What is lacking? So what's the knowledge gap? What information don't we know yet? And why is it relevant to have that information? For who? From that, there should be a logical problem statement. And by now you know that a problem statement is, for instance, formulated as something is not known yet. Then there's only one question remaining, and that's the research question. From the introduction follows the method section. And the method section is actually the blueprint or recipe of a study. So it's a detailed description of what the researcher or research team has done. So who did what, in what way, where, how, etc. The method section follows a chronological order. For instance, first there's the recruitment of participants, then there's the testing, and then there's the data analysis, and not the other way around. So it's a very transparent and reproducible chapter where somebody who is not involved in the study should be able to read the method section and conduct the exact same research. Between the method section and what follows are the results is the actual carrying out of the study. So in the results you will find an objective representation of what has been found. So what were the key findings? All outcomes you find in the results section must be related to or regarding the research question. So therefore it follows logically on the method section. The last chapter is the discussion, starting with a very short repetition of the research question or aim and key findings. But this is very short, because the main part of the discussion is actually in twofold, where on the one hand the researcher or research team tries to interpret and explain the results. So can we explain the similarities or differences we found, and how do we interpret some connections we found? On the other hand, there is a comparison with literature. So what was already investigated, and how do our results relate to that what already was found in other literature? That's the main part, and following from that main part is a discussion about the strengths and weaknesses. Every study design knows strengths and weaknesses. For instance, a small study population is considered to be a weakness, where a validated questionnaire is considered to be a strength. The end of the discussion is where suggestions are made for daily practice and follow-up research. No research has an endpoint, so there's always room for more research. So for you guys, it is important that you understand where to find what information in a scientific article so that you can screen the article and you don't need to read every single word. Good luck!